Just in the last 2 weeks, we've sent 5 military transport aircraft with 400 tons of food and medicine to Colombia and Brazil. As President Duque and I discussed today, our efforts to date will not only continue, they will be increased. Despite Maduro's brutality, we will press on. As we speak, we're identifying new areas along the border where we can pre-position additional aid for the struggling people of Venezuela. Today also, it's my privilege to announce that the United States will provide an additional $56 million to support our partners in the region as you come to the aid of the Venezuelan people fleeing from the deprivation and oppression of the Maduro regime. In the days and weeks ahead, the United States will continue to deliver life-saving food for the hungry, medicine for the desperately ill, and shelter for those displaced by the brutality and deprivation of the regime. And while we stand with the Venezuelan people, we will also continue to stand up to all of those who would oppress them. Many of your countries, such as Panama, Canada, and Colombia, have frozen the assets of military officials still loyal to Maduro, and we commend their action. These are important steps, cutting off the regime from the millions that they've stolen from the Venezuelan people, and we urge other freedom-loving countries to do the same. But as we stand here today, for all that we have done before, it's time to do more. Many of your countries have pledged to crack down on the regime's money laundering and other corrupt activities and to cut off the worst offenders from the financial system completely. As the people of Venezuela take to the streets to reclaim their liberty, it's time to make good on those promises. And so today, with great respect, the United States calls on all the nations gathered here to intensify efforts to deny the Maduro regime access to financing and take the following actions to isolate the Maduro dictatorship. First, we call on all Lima Group nations to immediately freeze the assets of PDVSA. Second, we urge you to transfer ownership of Venezuelan assets in your country from the Maduro's henchmen to President Guaido's government, and to do so immediately. We also urge all nations present to restrict visas for Maduro's inner circle and vote to recognize President Guaido's representative at the Inter-American Development Bank. These are important steps that the members of the Lima Group should endorse today, and your nation should implement tomorrow. It's time. Effective today, the United States will impose additional sanctions on regime officials, including 3 border state governors implicated in last weekend's violence and a member of Maduro's inner circle. These men work to block aid for people in need and suppress peaceful protests, while their tyrant danced in Caracas. Their actions will not go unpunished. In the days ahead as well, the United States will announce even stronger sanctions on the regime's corrupt financial networks. We will work with all of you to find every last dollar that they've stolen and work to return it to the Venezuelan people. So again, to those members of the Venezuelan armed forces, for yourselves, for your families, for your country, we say, make the right choice. Accept President Guaido's sincere offer of amnesty and an inclusive transition to democracy.